So let me talk to prophetic people, prophets, intercessors, people that move in the gifts of the Spirit. And I know that I speak a lot about the millennial generation, and I believe that the majority of our ministry will be geared to teach and train them. But also, in the second book that I wrote about, it was titled Prophets, God's Seer to a Nation. In that book, I write with how God spoke to me about how as Samuel transitioned from being the leader of the nation, he would give that away, transition, and give that anoint Saul to be the king. And I believe that God spoke to him and taught Samuel that he would be the spiritual advisor to the king. And I believe that he opened up the school of the prophets to train prophets to be spiritual advisors to those who governed, whether it be mayors, whether it be tribal leaders and judges or whomever. But and those are the things that God spoke to me and showed me, and so I write those things in the book. And I know that as prophets, a lot of times we kind of are more drawn towards the gifts of the Spirit, the miracles, but I believe that the original call was to be spiritual advisors to those that would govern. If you look at originally, a lot of them, the prophets were the actual main leaders of the nation, Moses and Samuel. And I believe that part of our training that to those whom God is calling, I believe God's going to call many of you prophets and maybe even intercessors, prophetic people to become spiritual advisors to those who will run for office or those who govern, whether it be a mayor. I believe that God's going to be calling you to be the spiritual advisor to your city, to adopt it. And part of our teaching and training is to give you that instruction. That's the revelation that God began to give me, and that's what I wrote in that book. And so I want to encourage you to tune in and hear what I have to say, because it's God's revelation. It's not new. It's always been in the Bible. It's ancient, but God is reviving it. God is restoring it, and renewing it, and introducing it to the church today to understand it. And so, that's the revelation that God gave me, and that I'm going to be sharing and putting together in the next few weeks. I'm going to start, and we'll go on. It's all going to be free, and so stay tuned. God bless.